What is up, everyone, and welcome to the 14th episode of Season 2 of the Clashuals podcast.
Is it episode 14?
Yeah, the last one was 13.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm looking at it
I'm
right now.
sorry. I'm doing that thing where I'm messing with you just for no reason.
Oh, dude, I triple check now, so
Now you're preparing for it.
yeah, I'm preparing for the badness.
You know what it is? You know what it
So-
is? When you look at it on Spotify, like if you pull up our channel on Spotify, it'll have like, all right, continue listening to the most recent one. And then below it, it'll start listing the episodes. And the first two both say episode 13 because it's in two places.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, so I'm like, he misnumbered last time. We're actually on 15. No, that's not.
Yeah, sometimes I have to like, wait, what episode are we on? Check YouTube and Bush. Probably like, okay, we're good. So
I used to get you on that a long
Yeah,
time ago. Used to.
because I used to fuck up a lot. So how was your week?
Oh man, so we've had a little bit of stuff happen in Clash A.
Yeah.
God, so last time we were all geeked out about the new update coming, and I just knew we jinxed it.
Yep.
By having plans on what we're gonna do Monday.
Yep.
And just I shouldn't have opened my big mouth. Like it's like the second I breathe it out into the world, that's when I realize I messed up. I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have made any plans. Or if I made any plans, I shouldn't have made them public. Shouldn't have said them aloud. And I guess I got what I deserved. Monday came and went. Update did not come Monday. All my plans to live stream it went out the window because Tuesday I was traveling. I was traveling out of state.
Well, lay down,
and lo and behold, Tuesday morning, that's when we got the update. So no stream for me. Got to do all of my mega upgrading in quiet and, in the solace of my own company only. But, I would say what followed afterwards more than made up for my disappointment. I was pretty low and dejected on Tuesday, kind of doom and gloom because I really want to do something cool for the update, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I think you got to stream it, right?
Yeah, hold on. My dog wants up on the bed and she keeps fucking annoying me. Give me a second. Nope. You want up on the bed? Come on. Hurry up. Oh my god. How many times are you gonna make me do this in a day?
He loves that dog. He loves that dog so damn much.
Heavy.
So damn much.
You take her on some walks. Yes, so I did end up calling out of work on Tuesday. And,
you rebel. You absolute
I woke
rebel.
up. So I had my alarm on for 4 a.m. because that's when it was supposed to drop. So I went live, kept just listening to music.
Was the update there when you woke up at 4?
No, I had it was like, does like game starting soon or maintenance break for this long or starting soon, whatever. It said 1 minute, and then I hit reload, and then it got another 15 minutes. I was like, motherfucker, let me play the game. And then I waited for that 15 minutes, and I reloaded it, and it popped up, and I was like, gloriousness. And then
They do enjoy messing with you with that timer on maintenance break. Because that timer, I've learned, like, it's just a suggestion. And when that time runs out, they could just very well just put up soon for an infinite amount of time. Or they could just add time to it then. There's really no point in looking at how much time is left on the maintenance break. They're going to be down as long as they want.
And I did make the foolish mistake of I forgot to put a creator code in because I hate how it expires, and I always I always forget. I don't. Why does it last 7 days? It's stupid.
Bro.
Yeah, no. But the next few ones I bought, I did put a code in. Okay.
Wait, did you miss the creator code on the big purchase?
Yes.
Oh, bro.
Well, hey, there's gonna be the Christmas event
coming
up, so I'll spend more money on that. And
there's one way to make this right, Adams. There's one way. Is the next content creator that you see in person, you just got to hand them a $5 bill and say, "I'm sorry, I fucked up."
Oh, because you know what I'm doing in February. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be broke.
Mm-hmm. Maybe when you meet someone IRL, you just go over and slip them an Abe Lincoln and be like, "Hey, my bad. screwed up. Update time. I messed up.
But you can only use one creator, but I'm going to be seeing a lot of
I
them.
know. You only have to give it to one, and
Oh,
you can
okay.
pick. You can pick whoever you want it to be. But
Okay.
I think that's the only right thing to do.
Makes sense. But yeah, I was in after the stream, I was talking to Knob, and he was looking at the prices of the packs. He's like, for him, it was like, for all of them, it was like $300 something his money. I was like, damn, because it's Australia and they have different prices than us, I guess.
Crazy exchange rate.
Yeah, and I was like, he's like, I'll buy them. He's like, I just want to do it smartly. I was like, okay.
I want to do it smartly. Like, I don't know. I'm going to spread this out over a couple paychecks. Like, they're only available for a couple days now.
Yeah. And then this Friday came up, and I bought more packs. Use the creator code, and then got basically all my heroes done. The motors done. Expos are done. Most of the troops are done.
But take me back to the update day stream. First off, what was it like on Twitch? And then how much did you get done the day of the update?
So I was surprised I had like as many viewers I had because you had bigger streamers streaming it. I had like 5 or 6 people watching me, which is pretty good for that big of an update at that early of time. I was only live for an hour though. I wasn't live for like 3 hours, like trying to grind. It was fun. And then so what I get done, I got the queen done, and I also did have to go instantly to 16. What else did I get done? Damn, I'm trying to remember. Got the earthquake stomp leveled up pretty fast. Got the blacksmith thing leveled up pretty fast too. Don't remember the exact levels because I just.
You mean you unlocked the earthquake stomp and then you upgraded it?
Yeah, I fucking love that thing.
With what, gems?
No, the things I had from doing Legends hits. Or the star bonus thing.
How many levels did you go up on it?
I think I have it at level 6 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like maxed it out already, no, but I did that, and then got the stupid queen arrow thing. I think right now that's at level 5. And then I do love the rage on the warden too, especially for like to distract for the loons when you send in a blimp. Ooh, they fog shit up like crazy under that. But yeah, and also max out my archers because archer blimp OP.
Your Sarch blimp.
Yeah, and then I did dragons, and then dragon riders, and then I'm doing the root rider.
So you got all that done the day of the update.
Yeah, then the only black. No, not day of the update. Just currently, day of the update. I did get all the black spell or elixir troops done except the Valkyrie because I didn't care about her.
Wait, you finished troops before you did heroes?
Yeah.
Foul. How dare you?
I did my queen before.
That's a misstep. You got to finish heroes first. Come on.
No.
Especially like in the first 5 days, once you upgrade your lab, all those troops are boosted, right?
That's sort of the heroes.
Yeah, but the heroes got 5 levels. You have to do it multiple times.
Okay, they're done. They're almost done. They're done now, so we're good.
Yeah, but like, how many of those dark elixir troops that you upgraded, that you rushed to upgrade the first day, are you even ever going to use?
None.
Exactly. How many attacks do you use your heroes in?
That's a good point.
Every one of them?
I might use some witches.
Every single one of them.
True. Good point.
We should have got you. Well, I said we could have got you an upgrade guide. You probably wouldn't have read it.
Probably not. I would have glanced through that. Too much reading. Or watched a video. Because everyone's like, "Oh, you have to upgrade this to this to this." I was like, I did everything opposite.
There's something liberating about just going in and just doing what you want.
Yeah.
Just upgrade it however you feel.
And then
maybe you're feeling upgrading all the troops because you don't have to mess with it. I don't know. Maybe it works for you.
I did. And Steve got a little heated with me because last episode we're talking about me saving money. I dropped some money on Carl Stream.
We talked about saving money?
Me saving money.
I guess I've slept since then. I don't remember talking about you saving money at all. I thought we talked about being able to spend, ridiculous amounts of money on the game now that you got a job.
Yeah, that too. But I said
that's been our dream. That's been our dream from the beginning. Come on. It's been a dream.
But I dropped 30 gifted subs on Carl when they were doing his podcast.
When he was doing what?
His podcast. Like
Ah,
I dropped 30 gifted subs.
what a nice guy.
And Steve came in and was like, you're just paying the Twitch more. I was like, okay, I'm giving him subs. I don't
You
care.
could have given it bits if you wanted him to get the money.
True, but I'm not that smart.
Oh well, as long as it gets people to listening, right?
Exactly. He helped me. I helped.
Now you can put the pressure on him to stream more because he's got more subscribers. That was always the thing about it. When I got gifted subs, I was like, man, now I'm gonna have to actually stream more because like people are subscribing and stuff, and I don't always want to. I like having no expectations whatsoever.
Yeah, that's funny. Today when I was streaming the Trample Damage holiday party war, my buddy's like, "Oh, when are you streaming?" I was like, "I just stream whenever the fuck I feel like it. Like, I don't have it. I've never had a set schedule when I used to stream every night, which has got a little out of hand because I'd be bored and do nothing but listen to music. Yeah.
But you still stream quite a bit. Like last week, I know it was update week, but I mean, I feel like almost every day I was getting an alert that you were going live.
Yeah, it's like it wasn't long, it was maybe like an hour, maybe 2 at the max, but just chilling, playing, doing Legends hits when I have raid medals. Oh yeah, trying to stream a little bit more here and there.
So I couldn't stream Tuesday morning, but I hit the road early Tuesday morning. I didn't even I was so I woke up and I checked Discord before I opened the game so that I could see everyone confirm yes, there's an update. And I did not open the game at all because I just knew I got a 4-hour drive. I'm not going to get anything done. I was just so mad. So I just set out early. I'm like, just screw this game. I was so mad. There was even talk, there was a chance. I was thinking there's a chance, right? Obviously, it got delayed from Monday to Tuesday. I was thinking there's a chance. Maybe they'll delay it again. Right. Maybe it won't come out till I don't know, Thursday, right? If it had come out Thursday, I would have had a lot of time again. I would have had a lot more flexibility. But it didn't. It came out Tuesday. So I set out and I hit the road and I was driving and I drove for about, I don't know, 3.5 hours. Mm-hmm. And I was almost to where I needed to go and I stopped. I had to get some gas. And when I was getting gas, I opened up my phone. I'm like, all right, I just want to see. So I opened up the game. So I ended up sitting there in the parking lot of this gas station for a good 45 minutes to an hour, and I just went ahead and started spending it. Had all those magic items saved up. I'm like, this is not the way I envisioned this happening. I had expectations. It was going to be a big moment, and it was going to have candlelight and mood setting and everything like that. It didn't happen. It happened, in my car, in the seat in my car. It's not how you want your first time to happen, but that's how it did. But I got to tell you, it tried its truest time. It was still good. Yeah. It still felt good. Okay,
right.
Upgrading everything, even cheaply from my phone, it still felt good to me. But I did. I went in and I had a whole lot of strategy on how I was gonna try to save resources, and I didn't calculate all of the cost reductions on the heroes very well. I didn't realize how much I was gonna have left over after I popped a dark rune. Because the hero costs they're so much more affordable now for upgrades. Yeah. But I was hell-bent on, I got to get heroes done. That's why I hoard the runes. I got to get the heroes done. Want to get the pet done as much as possible. And then if we got to slow play anything, we'll slow play the lab at the end of this. I mentioned a couple episodes ago that I had 19 Dark Elixir runes on one of the accounts. And, when I had that, I was in my mind... crazy things that you miss, right? I was thinking, okay, I got 4 heroes, 5 levels each. 20 runes would get it done. I got 19, so I'll have to figure out a way to get the other one. And not even taking into account that, oh, wait, the Warden is Elixir. It's not Dark Elixir. so I had more than enough runes to do all the heroes. So what I actually did, I had all of that Dark Elixir saved up in storage. So after upgrading... the town hall. Mm-hmm. I instantly went and did the storages because that's what I always do. I went immediately to that pet. I did the pet house, and then I got the pet. And before I even had to pop the first Dark Elixir rune, I think I got that new Fox up to level 7.
Holy shit.
Just from what I had in storage. And I hadn't done it, I hadn't touched any of the heroes or anything. But I knew that the average cost of that would be cheaper than the hero upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
So I could get more of them in by just having spent a lot of what I'd saved. And doing that, and then working my way through the runes on both of the 15s. I got all the heroes done day 1. And on Big B.70, where I had the 19 Dark Elixir runes, I got all of the Dark Elixir lab done. I mean, I got all the Elixir lab done too. That was not. I had too many runes of Elixir, but I got all the dark stuff done day 1. And then on the other one on 66, I had 1 pet level left I didn't get to, and then I think I had 3 troops in the lab I needed to do, which I've since done one of the troops and the final level of the pet just from farming. But yeah, update day it didn't take me too long. And I kind of appreciate that because, I forget now because I'm probably about 2.5, 3 years of being at a point where I just feel like I got to get as much stuff done day 1.
Yeah.
Like it's just incredible compulsion. Like I can't fight, right? And I don't remember it so well, but like when Town Hall 14 dropped, I got all the heroes done and then a bunch of the pet stuff done. But I didn't finish the pets like right away because there were so many pet levels. Like I went a couple weeks to get all of those finished. So having all of the hero and pet stuff done for this update day 1, that felt pretty good. That made me not, anxious about what else I had to do next. So yeah, the upgrading was cool. I got all of the defenses aside from bombs, air bombs, giant bombs on both bases completely done day 1.
Damn.
I got the whatchamacallit, the new forge done. Yeah, the blacksmith done day 1. And on every account right now, I've focused all the resources into that rage gem for the warden. Ooh. Because I feel like the spammy attacks that I use, where I naturally try to fit the warden in where he's covering the most troops possible, that on some of those attacks, having that rage ability as opposed to, the HP buff that the other one gives, that'll be an advantage, right? Mm-hmm. Troops moving faster, big tanky troops moving faster, hitting harder.
Hell yeah.
And just mowing through stuff. So I think I've got it up to like level 10 on both of the 15s already. And we spun Wars and Rusty Nuts right away to start capitalizing on that. I've gotten Legends hits done every day as well. So, I have purposely put time and energy into getting those resources. But I have them all unlocked. I will say this. I have not activated any of the abilities other than the base ones, just because I don't want to start using them until I have them upgraded more. I'm worried that, especially like going through Legends or something, I'm going to use one, and because I don't have it upgraded, it's going to be underwhelming, and it's going to ruin an attack for me. And while I'm pushing Legends, I want everything as upgraded as I can possibly have it. So
true. How'd you do in the Wars?
Well, so the first day of Wars, the clan that we went against actually had some people too. Uh-huh. We spun War on Monday, so we were in War on Tuesday, and we went over to War Day like right before the update drop, or right after the update dropped. So the update dropped, and then there was I remember now because that's part of why I started upgrading stuff from the gas station, is because I looked and there was about an hour and a half until prep day ended and the war day was going to start. So I was like, if I start upgrading now, that's going to change my base for war when it starts. So I got it all done ahead of time to help out on defense. But that first day, I had some good hits. I had 1 triple on another 15. The rest of them were just high 2 stars, but I was still kind of figuring out what I wanted to do. Yeah. But the second war we did last week, I mean, I was carving up bases. I have as long as we've done this podcast, I have primarily been some sort of like air spammy. It's primarily Hydra. It used to be
Yep.
Sarch Hydra. Now I've been doing a Blizz Hydra for a long time. That's kind of my base bread and butter outside of a few tinkering around with some E-Titans and some other stuff that I've done. But at my core, I always missed the hardcore witch strategies. So
Okay.
when this update came, I went back to 14 witches, 7 ice golems,
Okay.
and 2 of those root riders
Uh-huh.
with a log launcher, with the 7 zaps and an earthquake to take something really crucial out. And in most Legends bases, I find some pretty good value to zap something out, especially something that's going to have splash damage or like a multi-inferno. And I mean, the first 2 full days of doing that, I think I had, on offense, I had 288 and 290 cups doing that in back-to-back days. And I mean, just a ton of, way more triples than I ever would have had at 15 doing it. And that one's been fun. I actually, after I started figuring it out, though, I'm running that on Big B66.
Okay.
On Big B70, though, because I'm so giddy to have ground attacks back. On the Big B70 account, I'm running 8 Root Riders.
Okay.
7 Super Archers, 5 Healers, and when I take it into battle, if it's a anti 2-star base, like a centralized town hall or something like that, I'm usually running it with a log launcher, just kind of a spam through the middle, spread everything out. If it's something different, if it's an anti 3 or if it's a teaser base, something like that, I'm actually switching and using the Flame Flinger and doing a little Warden Walk, and then sending it all in and just carving through the middle of the base, and using that with the zaps to the Zap Quake to take out something important too. On that one, I try to get the Monolith out because that'll carve through the Root Riders more than anything else. If not that, then I try to look for a single target Inferno or something like that. Always try to, if there's an invisibility spell tower near the town hall, I love getting that because it saves you some heartache at the end. But in the last couple of days, I've gotten more triples with that one than I have the Witch Spam, because it's just, and I posted a replay in our Discord server of one of those I did in war, and I almost time failed, but I think I had like 6 or 7 of those Root Riders up, almost all the Super Archers up, all the heroes up. Like, I think I could have swagged one of the abilities. Like, it mowed right through the base. Like, it wasn't even there.
I was watching that on my phone at work. I was like, God damn, that's sick.
Yeah, I missed being able to do stuff like that, you know?
We spun a war in C2J. I think they did it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. And then Wednesday we did it, and I got a 6-pack, baby, against 16s. And you know what?
Yeah.
I did a super barbs with a super archer blint. And I was so happy. He's like, let's go. Like, you know me, I don't plan my attacks. I'll just look where to send the blimp and I just send it. If it fails,
Just send it, baby.
But today in Legends, during my war stream, I was trying Chample's army, which had Root Riders, I think it was 5 golems. I don't remember the whole army 'cause I'm just starting to use it, but it's the lightning, you have to lightning out like a high quality thing. I was getting 1 stars. He goes in and just 6 packs his bases. I was like, "Damn." I'm trying to do it. I was like, "Oh." And I went against a 14. I was like, "If I don't triple this, I'm done."
It takes some getting used to. That has always been, like, I've always enjoyed those style attacks. It's, a lot of it is just ground spam. The reason that I like the Root Riders and the Super Archers is because in Legends, you can do it a couple different ways. I've done a couple hits where there wasn't any good Flame Flinger value, or there was defenses that were just going to ruin the Flame Flinger value, but it wasn't balanced enough to run a log launcher. So I just dropped the Siege Barracks in a corner to help funnel, right?
Okay.
So it's having an attack that you can do a couple of different things. Like as long as you've got the right siege machines picked out. You can do a couple things with. It works. And then in that CC on offense, I'm bringing another Root Rider and then 2 more Super Archers behind it. So if I'm running that in the pack, like if I'm doing a log launcher down the middle with everything else, when it pops, it's just more tank and more firepower. So
Nice.
so far, that's like I said, it's pushed pretty well. I think I was up in like mid upper 5,500 yesterday, and that was starting update day right at like 5,000. Like I hadn't pushed hardly at all. Those first couple days were really strong. Last couple ones have not. I mean, I've had some defensive problems, but I got to tell you this too. The other thing in Legends, having everything upgraded, like I think between the 2 accounts, last 2 or 3 days, there's might have been only 5 or 6 triples on the bases that I've run because I've got everything upgraded. So, I mean, for all of the it's too easy. I think if you're Town Hall 16 offensive upgrade, especially the first 5 days when everyone's got the hero boost and the troop boost, you're basically hitting Town Hall 15s. Yeah, you look really strong. I think once everyone gets defense upgraded, it's going to feel a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's going to come back down a little bit. Not for me, though, because I've already got everything upgraded. So everyone else's hero potions are wearing off today. My heroes are done, bitch. So, you know what? Fuck your bases. I'm going to run rough shot through them all week. This might be the only month that I trophy push Town Hall 16, but I'm not missing Legends hits right now. They're too fun.
Let's go. Yeah. Another thing I did get upgraded. Sorry. Are the combining of them.
The defenses.
I did that. I got 1 cannon or whatever the fuck it's called, and the Archer Tower level 2. I still have the other 2 to level up, but they can. It's okay. They can be level 1.
I'm sure that like the ricochet cannon. If you look at the specs on it, if you look at the DPS that it shells out, it's a really really strong defense, especially against really really strong, HP troops. Like it's going to wear them down quick. It's one of the. I think I heard or I read somewhere that aside from the monolith, when it's on a big troop hitting a % damage, other than that, the shot from the ricochet cannon, the level 2 ricochet cannon, is the highest DPS dealing defense anywhere in the game. However, I got to tell you, using like those big ground spammy armies, even when I've come across bases that have that cannon, like you don't feel it at all against witch spam. And you think about this, with 14 witches across there, now that they spawned 5 apiece, those are 90 Larrys instantly running across the battlefield. Like your ricochet cannon hitting one and then bouncing off a second one don't mean shit when there's 90 Larrys out there. Okay? Doesn't mean dick. Okay? We're coming for that fucking ricochet cannon. All right? You're going down.
Also, do need to make a little. Oh, my stream just crashed. Rip. We're still recording though. I'm gonna make a shout out to the trample damage homies. We had a Storm was super supportive. I didn't message Trample right away, because I'm not that guy. Like I added him. I didn't want to message him because I know he's a busy guy. But I also messaged Rick. He said he wouldn't mind. I was like, I figured it's only a war. It's not like it's a tournament or anything. But OP to them for letting me stream it, and they were really grateful for me streaming. I was like, hey, you guys let me stream. I'm gonna stream as long as I can. And what's funny is like I hit the 2-hour mark. I was like, I might stop at 2 hours. I was like, well, I want to watch Rick attack because he's the homie. I was like, all right, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta take a shower real quick.
Plus, you're secretly hoping he screws up.
Yeah, that too. But I was hoping for him. I'm in the same war, so I'm hoping he got it. But I was like, all right, guys, I'm gonna put the be right back on. I'm gonna take a shower. He messages like, oh, I'm about to do my attack. I was like, so I put it back on. I was like, all right, let's go. Let's get your attack in. Because that time, my ass was like sweaty. Sitting in this chair with my door closed, with the monitors on, the ring light on, even though that's LED, doesn't cause heat. It just feels like I'm hotter. So I'm over here sweating, and he's like, "I'll wait for you." So I did one of those OP 5-minute showers. Got the good bits, got the what I call a beard wash because it was getting a little grindy and tingly and pissing me off. But yeah, shout out to them, shout out to Rick, and hope I can do it again.
By the way, have you shaved?
No. Why do you think I shaved? This has been like this the whole time. See, look, this has been like this the whole time. You can ask
God,
anyone. This is
God,
how it's been the whole time.
looks awful, Adams.
Yeah, it looks like shit, but I don't care. Hey, hair's coming in on this side. You can see it.
Yeah, there's just a spot in between
It's right here.
one patch and the other patch
Oh,
where
there's
nothing's growing.
right here. There's two. But there's enough hair. I covered it. But my buddy has a good beard. He's like, yeah, you should go. You have one too. But he's just, grow it out, trim it, keep going. I was like, I'm not trimming shit. It's gonna grow the way it grows. I'll grow it down to my nut hair, and then I'll
But
trim it.
how many months is that now that we've been trying to get that to grow?
So I was clean shaven when you offered it. I think it was after Halloween, right?
It
It
was
was no,
before that.
no, it wasn't.
I feel like it's at least
I
I
feel
don't
like it
know,
was
2 or 3 months ago now.
no. I think it's 2. I don't think it's 3.
Hmm.
So it might have been the middle of October. Yeah, it was the middle. It was the middle.
I have to get you one of those like rollers that you roll on your
I
face
have
to
one.
stimulate hair growth. Do you use it?
No, but I need to. I was thinking about that
Bruh.
today. I was sitting there like, this is like, I need
Bruh.
to use this shit. Also, I was looking at the new shameless. I mean, they're not going to sponsor us, but the Manscaped package. They have like one that was like $150. Like, ooh, comes with like the shampoo for your balls and shampoo to make you smell good. It's $150. It's like, but I gotta buy food. Fuck.
I gotta
And
buy
gas.
food in a
I gotta
gym
do
pack.
adulting stuff. Dude, my tank was empty, unrelated. $88 to fill up my tank. But it's good.
Jesus Christ.
But where I did go to was like 3, like it's the closest gas station to me. So it was like it was already had the gas light on, get close to E. I was like, fuck. Uh but now it's full, so I only drive, I don't drive much. I got a neighborhood Walmart 2 minutes that way. And then my work 6 minutes that way. Whatever I want to point. But yeah.
Gotta be economical, Adams. So you
I
can
do gotta get an oil change soon. It's at like
spend money
14.
on these upgrades, son.
Alright.
All right, so you got your main account upgraded. You were telling me earlier you got all the heroes done now.
Yeah.
Did you upgrade the other little account?
You know what? I was gonna think about that one. I was gonna buy.
You were gonna think about that
No,
one?
yeah, I was gonna think about that. What I'm thinking about doing with that one is just buying a shit ton of gyms and just gymming it to max.
Bruh.
Just
Dude,
for the
the
content
books
purposes.
the books are cheaper, dude. Come
Yeah.
on.
I think well, I'll buy the books too, but I think I wanna buy like $400 worth of gyms and just fucking boom, 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 boom. Max scatter does 50. Why isn't it 666? That'd be funnier.
I don't know. Fatal's correcting my previous statement. The scatter actually does more than the ricochet cannon. Thank you for pointing that out, Fatal. You fucking nerd. Okay.
And
Thank
you
you.
lied to us about the update, you dick. You said Monday. Didn't come out Monday.
Yeah, how dare you? How dare you, Fatal?
Yeah, we had a good plan, and you fucked us. See what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry?
All right, so sounds like after the update you are still doing Sarch Super Barb
Oh,
attacks mostly.
I did switch. Like also on the not my
So
main.
I know you said you switched for the holiday war today because you're trying to copycat what Trample's doing. Have you tinkered around with anything else
No,
since
so
the
for
update
the
dropped?
the holiday war that or party war that we did, I did Hydra. I didn't 3-star.
Hydra,
Yeah, I didn't 3-star
really?
because I did one of my hits before my horrible stream last night. And then this morning I did my other hit.
I did, like, listen. I'm sure. I know that the dragons and the loons and the dragon riders all getting another level makes them stronger at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the root riders are such a cheat code that you'd almost be foolish not to try to find a way to take advantage of them. Even with like the witch spam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Part of the reason why it's working so well right now is because in the middle of all those Larrys are a couple of root riders who aren't just going out and targeting defenses too, but they're mowing through walls. So those little critters get in everywhere. Like they're in every nook and cranny, especially when you use them with a log launcher. You got a log launcher mowing down walls in the middle. You've got root riders on either side also mowing down walls. So it's just a massive wave of witch spam coming across the base. There's not if you get enough value with your zap quakes to take out some splash damage, and you can use your freezes accurately on the other ones or the Warden Tome to get through some of them. If you can use those in tandem, I'm not convinced there's not many bases you can't get through at Town Hall 16 with them. Just because those dadgum root riders just chawing right through walls makes it so darn easy.
So what you're telling me is Town Hall 16, I'm no longer going to be the 2-star champ, but I could be the 3-star champ.
Slow down. There's been a lot of talk about how easy it should be for you to get 2 stars, and I think a good plan, a good goal for you should be to bring that 2-star champ to fruition before you even start talking or considering being the 3-star champ. Okay, let's lock in the 2s, eliminate the 1s completely, and then we can move on to the next stage.
By the way, I don't count legend hits going against the 2-star champ. It's only for wars or comp wars.
Yeah, and you know what? I would agree with you as far as like what's relevant, and we should. What I said earlier still applies. We should make sure that the 2 stars are happening really consistently before we try to move on past that.
Yeah. All right. Topic 2. Your thoughts on the new pet? I know you have it more upgraded than me. I have it on like level 3 or going to level 3, I think. So what?
I will never know. I'll never experience what a level 1 Spirit Fox is like. I'll never experience what a level 5 Spirit Fox is like. I have only ever used a level 10 because before I used it for the first time, I had it at least past level 5 on both accounts. With that upgrade boost, it was level 10, right?
Oh, that's fuck, I fucked up. I could have used it.
But actually, I take it back. Even with the hero boost, now it doesn't matter, right? Because it just maxes your heroes for those 5 days. Because it's like the hero potion.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's right. When the hero potion changed, that changed too, right? I think.
Yeah, they maxed them to your town hall's max level.
Fatal. Fact check that for me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
come on, chop.
Anyway, now that 5-day boost has worn off, I still have max level Spirit Fox, and I've got to tell you, the RC lasts so long. That's really like it's the trickiest part of either of these spam attacks, but so many times it's been the most like beneficial or the most game changing is figuring out where I want to use the RC, because if she mixes up with a bunch of other troops, she's just kind of with the rest of them. But if you can find a strip of defenses for her to take out on her own, especially if their defense is like a multi-inferno that's really going to wear out your witches, right? She can get through so many of them, and it doesn't matter if a single inferno locks on her, because in 4 seconds it's not doing that much damage before she's invisible again. The only complaint, and the slightest little complaint that I have about it, and it is very, very, very minor, is that I have found a handful of times, especially at the end, that the Spirit Fox will lock on to a defense that's not the same one the RC is going to, and sometimes Spirit Fox will drift pretty far behind her. Like, she'll be 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings ahead, and Spirit Fox will be off hitting on a defense, but one that's further behind. And I feel like when that happens, the Spirit Fox is more likely to get picked off. Like I've seen, she's
Yeah.
gotten picked off by defenses a couple times because she strayed too far away from the RC. I wish there was a way that she would stay a little bit closer, or I wish that it was in her AI or in her UI to target whatever defense the RC is also targeting.
Mhm.
That's not part of her code because she can target a completely separate building than what the RC is going after.
So if the RC's not near her and the Spirit Fox goes invisible, the RC doesn't go invisible?
No,
Like,
she
that's what
will, and no matter
okay.
where they are, she will.
Okay, okay.
So that happens, but when she's further away and there's no protection on the Spirit Fox,
Mhm.
in that 4 seconds that it's not invisible, the Spirit Fox can die, and then then your invisibility's gone. Then you're just a regular RC, nothing special.
Fatal says the Spirit Fox has Lassie AI with Invis.
Yeah.
Okay, Lassie sucks.
Although again, it's not exactly the same as Lassie because even Lassie would run out ahead of the RC
Oh
quite a
yeah.
bit. Spirit Fox always seems to be either alongside or behind because it's got range, right? It doesn't have to be right on top of the defense to attack it, so it's got a little bit of range. So when it doesn't get distracted by hitting a different building than the RC, it works pretty good. That's what I'm saying. When figuring out where the right place to be is, like it doesn't matter what the defense is, how valuable it is. Nothing is going to kill the RC if it's still got hit points left. Nothing's killing the RC in 4 seconds, no matter what the defense is. Maybe the monolith if she's already got some hits on her, but other than that, no. So if you can just find a way to use the RC on her own to mow down a line of stuff that you don't want to have to deal with your main army, it works every time. There's been a couple times already where I'll save a rage till the end
Oh.
if I'm going, especially if I'm going across because I always YOLO it, right? I'm going across from the town hall, right? The longest path possible to do the most damage on the way there. But I'll save a rage because that RC under the rage, she'll go take down the town hall by herself with that Spirit Fox. Because either 4 seconds of the Inferno from the town hall, and don't do shit when she gets invisible again for 4 seconds. So there's a lot of value to her. Spirit Fox on the RC. I haven't used her on anything else yet, and I haven't tinkered around with any other ways to use her just yet because what I've used has worked so well. And doing well is fun. Right. It's always fun to win. So I haven't felt the need to branch out and use her in any other way.
Okay.
On the 2 different attack styles I'm doing though, because I've heard people out there very, very inaccurately saying, "Oh, this is just going to replace Diggy," right? No, it doesn't replace Diggy. You find somewhere else to use Diggy, okay?
Yeah.
Diggy's got to be on the map. So in one of those comps that I use, so when I use the Root Riders and the Super Archers, I am using Diggy, I think with the King.
Oh, got rid of yeah.
Because I'm using Frosty out in front of the King, because it's ground and there's more tank and everything. Plus, I don't want to. If I have to, especially in Legends, if I have to go do a Warden walk, I don't want Diggy out there because Diggy will die out there on its own during a Warden walk.
Yeah.
But on the Witch spam, I got Diggy on the Warden.
Okay.
So when they're going through, when everyone's together, they'll get up to whatever everyone's attacking next or whatever's trying to kill everyone next. All of a sudden, it's not shooting at them. Why? Because Diggy's stunning out in the middle of everyone, just stunting on them. And if I can position it right to where enough's going to get to like a multi-inferno that I don't want to deal with against a witch army, Diggy will stun that, and then 90 Larrys are coming for that multi-inferno's ass right then and there. It's happening.
And they can't keep up. Okay. Yeah, because the wars I've seen, especially the holiday party war, I saw it paired with the King a lot. That's why I was asking like what hero. So now when I get it max, I'm gonna put it with the RC and have it do its job.
Diggy with the Warden, I can see where a lot of attacks it's not going to work well.
Mhm.
But when it's ground spam and it's out in the middle of
yeah.
everyone. One of the other things too, this was inadvertently, right? First couple of days, because I had done Hydra for so long, I was running ground spam and I still had Air Warden. Like I forgot to change. And what happened at the end of a bunch of attacks was Warden was dead because he got hit by the air bombs because he was the only air thing on the map, right? So Diggy just transferred over to the next pet. So I'm ending the attack with the RC having Diggy and the Spirit Fox, and then sometimes after the Queen went down and the Unicorn Honor, it was like indestructible RC at the end of the attack, just taking out 12 buildings all on her own. You know?
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
funny.
And that like law of unintended consequences, right? Like I didn't want to lose the Warden, but in a lot of those ground attacks, other than like the HP boost or the tome, like the Warden's not really doing a whole lot for the rest of that, other than just kind of staying with the pack, right?
And just
give everyone a little bit more protection.
Yeah.
But once he's dead, though, if that means one of your other heroes then gets 2 pets on him, or potentially 3 at the end, my God.
Right? Especially the Unicorn. Ooh.
If you can put the Spirit Fox and Diggy on the same pet because one of them dies, it is probably undefeated. Okay? I'm just saying. Law of unintended consequences. Pretty undefeated.
So Fatal says, to answer your question before, by the way, my rating was 89. Finn didn't let me have 90 without playing with a GT in a GT event.
I don't know what a GT event is.
Golden ticket? What? I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. By the way,
interesting to choose to abbreviate something GT at that random spot.
Yeah, because we don't know what that means.
Interesting choice.
Fatal, fact check yourself. I was gonna say something. Oh, after these Clash topics, I do want to bring up my failed stream from last night, which was garbage.
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
Okay. All right. On to
Chim got it. GT's Gran Turismo. There it is.
Oh, fuck that game. And fuck that movie.
Yep. And that makes sense. Like, Fatal can't get level 90 unless he's played Gran Turismo, so.
And you gotta get good at it and then get a chance to be a race car driver in real life and then have a shitty movie made after you. Okay. Sorry. That movie's trash. The Xmas event with 2 event troops. Of course, you know, they're gonna bring back the stupid Ram Rider because they can't come up with anything.
There's 3 event troops, isn't there? Or is...
There's 2. There's the Ram Rider and the Pekka Cookie or whatever the fuck it's called. It's
That's
Pekka
right.
something.
So they've inadvertently leaked. I say inadvertently. They probably did this on purpose. All of the troops for these events coming up have already been leaked. The difference is 2 of them are for this Christmas event, and the other 2 are for the Lunar New Year event, which I think happens in January.
What the fuck about that?
They do it every year, Adams.
Well, I'm now getting back into.
Don't you remember the skins?
No.
The warrior skins?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Those are for the Lunar New Year. You got special obstacles on your base from the Lunar New Year, the firecrackers and stuff like that.
Oh, that's before I cared. I took them all out.
Anyway, those troops have all been leaked, so we know about both of them. It appears that the ones for the Christmas event are the Ram Rider, but she's a gingerbread cookie, which I've just got to say this, and I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. The gingerbread cookie theme, as how it looks and acts, to me, is one of the most unappealing things Supercell has done with this game. I'm not hating him for trying it because obviously, yes, gingerbread cookies are Christmas themed, but it's not. I don't enjoy it. The fact that they did that with their troops too, instead of like you could have brought Ram Riders back, just regular Ram Riders with their hats, with their little Christmas hats on, in their green suits and little elf shoes. Like that would have been fine. It would have been fine for me. But the other troop, really the one that everyone's talking about, is the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Because the Mini P.E.K.K.A. can one-shot anything on the map.
I like that. I like that they brought another troop, but the Ram Rider, they couldn't come up with something else.
Hey, hold on a second, dude.
Yeah, your cat's freaking out. All right, Shivam, that movie's trash. Don't argue with me about movies. The movie's trash.
Dude, come on.
I watched it. I don't care about a dude that played a video game and then got to be pro and then couldn't handle fucking being a race car. And then, I got my courage, now I can drive. Stupid. Out of everything in this world, let's make a movie about a guy who played Gran Turismo every day and then got a chance to be a real race car driver. Woo! I wanna interview that guy. It's me and him, like, "Why? You think you deserve to be in that car?" "No." "I."
Everyone's doing their damnedest to ruin the recording.
I literally
It's
didn't.
like they know we don't want to edit it.
Oh, by the
The gingerbread theme. It's the only hero
garbage.
skins I will not buy. I've bought every other stupid skin. I don't care how badly. I have all the clockwork skins. Okay, even though I hate those, I used to
But
think those were the worst. These are the worst. Like I said, I understand it's Christmas themed, but
I
they
could have done
just
something different.
it feels like they mailed it in. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of good stuff they're doing, and then they're just gonna mail it in on this. Come on,
"Come on,
guys.
devs, you got more people, work on it. Get a
Like
group together."
if you wanted to do like a gingerbread for like one of the heroes, fine. Don't do all of them.
Or
Don't do
make it
all of
so it's,
them.
like, more of a better design, not just a gingerbread, like, maybe a gingerbread that's more articulate, like, actually has legs, not little stumps, a better design of it would've been better instead of just, "Here's a
Listen,
gingerbread for all of you."
if you wanted to have like a holiday like sweets themed set of hero skins, fine. One of them could be the gingerbread king or warden, whatever,
Yeah.
and then you have like the
Reindeer.
marshmallow king or something
Yeah.
like that, or you have the hot cocoa RC. You know, there's something like that. Like you
Oh,
do
like,
something
do
along
the
those lines,
what was the candy cane warden.
or the sugar plum queen,
There we go.
right?
Go Supercell. Free advertisement. We're gonna
Yeah.
charge you
Where are you
10%.
at? Where are you at with the creativity?
Yeah.
But
You
don't
want a
do
job
all
we're
of them
filling? Let's go.
gingerbread. On top of that, Adams, when was the last time you ate an actual gingerbread cookie?
I've never eaten gingerbread. It's I've tried it, it's gross. I've
Yeah,
never
uh,
It's disgusting.
it's got to be one of the worst tasting cookies. Like I get it, gingerbread making gingerbread houses are apparently used to be a thing. If you make one now, you know what you make it with? Graham crackers. You know why? Because they taste better. A plain graham cracker tastes better than a gingerbread cookie.
Fact.
Gingerbread cookie is one of the worst cookies on the planet. And you have designed your entire hero skin line on the worst tasting cookie possible? That's not Christmas themed. It's
Yeah.
Scrooge. By the way, how cool would it have been to have like
Grinch.
a Scrooge or a Grinch theme something? Yeah, I know
Yeah.
it's copyright, right? But
Hey,
Supercell, you got
you
money,
get the
make it
money.
happen.
Yeah. Have the
Make it
Grinch warden?
happen.
Come on, dude.
You got 77 people on your development team now. Someone out there can negotiate a deal to have a Grinch skin on the warden or the RC or something like that.
Exactly. What the fuck?
You could have a queen skin that's Mary Lou Who, right? The Who's in Whoville.
That got that got me. By the way, the last time I built a gingerbread, it was for a school project. I brought it home because I had to, and I destroyed it with a fucking sledgehammer.
You know, that's not surprising to me at all.
Yeah.
That story seems pretty much
I
on
did wanna
brand.
put it in the fireplace and catch it on fire, but my dad said no. I was like, "Motherfucker." So I go with the other side and
So that made you angry.
well, I don't know if you know, little sidetrack, in the 4th grade, I did burn 50 acres of a field down.
And I think that's one of those things that when when it happens, when you do that, like you just keep that to yourself. No, just don't maybe don't advertise that you were a pyromaniac at 9 years old, or that you were an arsonist in training back then. I know it's all juvenile delinquency, but still, it's just there's some things they don't need to know.
The best part is the police helicopter or the news helicopter, me and my friends were flipping it off. It was funny. And guess what? I manned up and told the cops I did it.
You manned up as a 9-year-old.
Yeah. Cops were, like, interviewing everyone. I walked up to the cops like, "I did this." They put me in the back of the police car, and then the police chief person thing, I don't remember his role. It's like, "Where'd you start it?" I was like, "Probably about right here." And guess what? I had to go to fire school and juvie for a week.
As
I
a
don't.
9-year-old,
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. The videos were stupid as shit, by the way, and the fire safety thing. It was all people that like killed people in fires, bro. The least thing I killed was like a snake, a few snakes, and some mice.
do you know that there are states in the U.S. where at 9 years old, you can't even be considered culpable for any of your
Well, I
actions?
was 10, so I got held back in kindergarten. Don't ask. Are you gonna
Well,
ask? I'll tell you
well, now I kind of want to ask.
that. All I know is they held me
Did
back
you
in
do
kindergarten.
kindergarten? Did you do it twice?
Yeah. I was a stupid kid.
Kindergarten's tough on idiots.
I got
Anyway,
in a lot of fights in school. Anyway, let's go. Yeah. Also, I don't like the Ram Rider. Like, we get it. It's a troop that keeps coming back. Come up with something different, or bring 3 instead of a recruiting troop that always comes during the same. Like, you got more devs. You could have come up with a new troop. Let's just keep using the Ram Rider, but change it to gingerbread. Oh yeah.
here's the thing. Like, I like when they're gonna break the game with event troops. I like big tanky troops. Like the lava loon was great. The witch golem was great.
Yep.
I love the design of the witch golem too. The ram rider you got to use a whole bunch of. I remember last year when I had them, they were really great for the lower town hall levels. Like they were a lot of
Exactly.
fun.
Yeah.
I didn't want to use them at town hall 15, even though I probably could have. I didn't, and I don't feel like I'm gonna want to. Not just because they're gonna look stupid because they're cookies this year. I just don't like. I feel like I'm gonna enjoy continuing with the root riders more so because I got a good thing going with those. Same thing with the mini peck is like while it hits for a ton, I'm gonna have to wait and see someone else use them
Yeah.
because they're not a ton of they're not a real big tank, right? But they're only like 10 housing space. There's a lot of punch for only 10 housing space. I'm sure someone's gonna find a way to use 32 of them and just
Kill
obliterate
'em all.
stuff. But at the same time, I'm not like instantly like, oh, I know something I want to do with that. Versus when the witch golems were out, like I knew exactly what kind of smash attack I wanted to do with those. The second I saw them and saw what they could do and saw how they split up into big boys once they detonated, like I knew what I wanted to do with them.
Mhm.
I may or may not figure out something to do with these troops, but on the surface, I don't know what I want to do with them, and because of that, I'm honestly approaching this like, okay, I might not use them that much. I may, if everyone else is, or if if all of a sudden, if I'm close to like reaching a new high in Legends, and I think I got a chance of making it this month, and those troops are so overpowered, everyone's using them, and I'd be dumb not to do it, then I probably will. If not, I kind of just want to see how far these root riders and these witches are going to take me. And there's a new spell too.
There's a new spell for the event?
Yeah, it's the frozen Yeti mites or
Oh, yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
Dude,
And I've got to say this. Just
dumb as shit.
it needs to be said. I'm happy that they didn't drop Santa's surprise on us again because for everyone who loves having the Christmas presents on their base,
They're nonsense.
that is I've never understood the right way to use that spell. To me, it seems like it's a lesser version of the zap spell, but
Yeah.
you leave friendly decorations. So it just seemed dumb. I've seen some markups of what this frozen Yeti Mite one's going to look like, and I feel like once again,
It's a
a
free spell that
seasonal
Yeti.
spell makes no sense at all.
Yeah. I saw during their update video, I saw it. I was like, that's stupid. It's not gonna do anything effective. Like it's just basically a freeze that does little damage, is what it is. It's like that's that's dumb. They could have done
Maybe I'm
something.
wrong. Maybe I'll be wrong because we're basing this all off teasers. When we actually get it, maybe we'll figure out it's different. But right
They,
now, I'm like,
they
looks
could have done the
kind of.
gumdrop freeze and had like bigger, like when they drop, they do like explosive damage. Not like a big amount of damage, but enough to make it. But Yeti freeze, come on, dude, that's not holiday. That's just taking what your troop already does and then making it a holiday thing.
You should just call it snowball freeze or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe think of fucking Clerks. He likes to be snowballed. I won't repeat what that is, but yeah.
Right, because we like to keep it real clean
I
on
mean,
this
I could
podcast. items.
You want me to? I could.
No, I'm good.
Everyone go to Urban Dictionary and look it up. You will regret it, but it'll be funny. All right, to the next topic. We can already cleared this topic, but we're going to talk about it anyway because so what hero equipment do we use? You said you use the Rage on the Warden.
No,
I thought you said you did.
I said I have not used any of the new
Oh yeah, that's right.
equipment
That's right.
yet because I'm trying to
Oh.
level it up. But on the surface, I do feel like that's going to be one that I'll find the most useful. I honestly like. I think they're all going to have their usefulness at some point. You know, the earthquake boots, especially for ground spam, could be very, very useful in certain places. You know, the vamp stash. I was thinking if you're using your king to funnel, do what?
The Vampiress, like cat. It's a wig.
What?
You
The
said
vamp stash.
I thought it was a wig.
It's a vamp stash, is what it's called.
Oh, I thought it was called the Vampiress. My bad.
It's called the vamp stash.
Looks like a wig on the fucking picture.
The vamp stash.
Oh, I don't like that. Trash.
That's what it's called.
Oh, well, I got the name wrong. I'm sorry. The picture looks like a wig.
Anyway, when he hits stuff, he heals back up. I could see places where that'd be incredibly useful. Not so much in any of the attacks I'm using, although there have been a couple bases where I've used the Ram Riders with the Super Archers where I've needed a really good funnel. That's when I've started with a little Warden Walk, sometimes Flame Flinger on one side. There have been times where using the King to help keep things funneled has been necessary. So yeah, in those cases, a Vamp Stash should be incredibly useful to keep them alive and keep them funneling. But on the surface, I'm not sure how viable that is, at least just for not my style attacks. The Queen's got that big ass arrow that shoots through everything, which I guess whenever it's leveled up and it's really powerful, yeah, maybe there's something to use it on. Right now, I just know I'd misfire it at the wrong time and I'd shoot it off in a direction where it hits one thing and does absolutely no good DPS.
Yeah. So for me, I have pretty much all of the ones I like unlocked, except the stupid arrow. So for Warden, I got the Rage on there because I love it. Like, you drop all your troops, the Warden behind, rages them up, gets them all raged up. Awesome. OP. I do love the Earthquake boot stomp thing, whatever the fuck it's called. Because there's times in Legends where I needed my Queen and King to go into the Eagle, but there's walls, and I hit it, and it does damage to buildings too. So it broke dude, the radius around it's awesome because it breaks like a big radius around them, and then hurts the eagle as well. And then they go in, get the eagle, and then boom, my dragons and loons and dragon riders go where they need to go. Got the eagle, don't gotta worry about it. Perfect. I do same topic with the arrow. Like I've done it where like you have to wait where the queen turns, like, and it can shoot the arrow across like some good defenses or a good majority of the base to destroy it. Obviously, mine's only level 6, so it's not gonna, or 5, it's not gonna do much. But I'm excited for what the RC is gonna get. I heard there's gonna be an update where the RC throws her shield and the spear.
That's in that video that everyone thought was going to be part of the update, and it wasn't. But they're all going to have so there's there are leaks for some of the abilities or the equipment that's coming out in this update, which is supposed to launch tomorrow. The King's got something where he's, got this the gauntlet glove or something like that.
Yeah.
Where you're supposed to have one smash in the ground and destroy a radius of buildings or something like that. Which to me seems kind of like the earthquake boots, but I guess it's more designed towards the buildings it's hitting. And then the Queen's got something that looks like the arrow, except it's except it's made of ice.
Huh?
So I don't know. We'll see how that works out. I'm not going to get a lot of mileage out of the new equipment until I get more of it upgraded. I'm excited for the event and the idea that possibly I can just buy some of that ore so I can start
Oh,
upgrading stuff. But I think that once I do, I'll start tinkering around with it a little more. It's going to be it's going to be tough to pull me away from the abilities that I know work really well.
right.
Plus, the way it works now, on most of your heroes, the ability, aside from the Warden, the rest of them have abilities which work best towards the end of the attack. Like as the queen's about to go down, boom, she's got more life. There's all of these archers around her helping deal
Yeah.
damage and protecting her, and that helps, and then she shoots that's good at the end of the attack. King, same way. Like there's a point where he's getting low, and we got to get him through somewhere. We hit that ability, and then awesome. And you never want to hit any of those abilities too early because with the health, if they've got a lot of health still left, then you waste some of that ability by not having them, tanked a little bit more before you use it because you want to get all the health back that you can, right?
Yeah.
Some of these hero equipments are going to entice you to use the abilities earlier, kind of like you do a lot of times on the Warden, right? Where you want to hit the tome when you got the most troops in the radius while they're around the most damage dealing defenses, and when you can do it at a point in the attack where you can get most of the base taken care of with it. I think you're gonna start using your equipment on the other heroes more like that because everything else in there is gonna be more time sensitive as opposed to just waiting till the end to use it. Like I have a lot of my heroes, on the auto ability, and that's when a lot of them go off. The only time that changes too much is when I got King beating on a wall and I need him to get through it for time's sake, or RC's towards the end of the attack and I'm worried about time running out, so I'm going to hit her ability to take out some buildings before we run out of time. Like, that's usually the only time that I self-trigger most of those abilities. The other time I just let it auto ability. So,
True.
I think this is going to, for the people that use it really well, it's going to push them to use those abilities more strategically. I don't know how strategic I'll be with it.
Yeah, I'm not strategic at all. Fatal said the epic ability for RC summons 6 hogs at max level. So when you hit it, she spawns some hoggies. Are
That
they
could be cool.
so you said max level. I'm wondering what like does it spawn like 2 at one level or 1 at one?
It could be like the same thing with the queen one that spawns the heroes or the healers. And I got to say this too. That one actually, a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'll use that for your, queen walks." And I think P. Caster did that in that war yesterday,
Mhm.
where they were going against the creators. But I think honestly, because those healers spawn off in all directions, and some of them will be out in front of the queen, get targeted right away. I think that's too risky to use for your queen charge. However, in a big ground spam army where she's in there with the
Oh,
rest of them, especially like anything about like the E-Titan smash where you've got the E-Titans out front and you got the queen behind them shooting and you got healers constantly healing them, but occasionally as you're getting through the core, you lose some of those. If you had that ability on that time, then all of a sudden you just replenish those healers that you lost. And if you never lose the heroes off some of those smash attacks where you're looking for the healers to heal up the troops, not necessarily the heroes as much because they're trailing from behind, but the troops, all of a sudden those healers back on the board right there in the middle, you
true.
have an
Yeah.
infinitely healed smash in the middle that just never ends.
Fatal said healer doll OP with E drag airspan. Okay. All right. You ready to move on to topic 5, Bubba?
Yeah, remind me, what is topic 5?
Topic 5. Thoughts on the Ram Rider also always coming back. We already pretty much covered that, but also the Root Rider and Ram Rider are basically the same shit. The
I
Root
mean,
Rider is just slower.
yeah. In the Ram Rider, if I remember correctly, she does this burst at the very beginning, like through the first wall or on her way to the first defense. And then afterwards, she's kind of like a hog rider where she jumps over walls, but those first walls that she charges towards are the only ones that she breaks.
Yeah.
A root rider is steadily just melting its way through walls, kind of like a big old sloth just slumbering through and getting through the walls. I think, listen, while they look like the same troop and they might have just been vaguely based off the same thing. They operate quite a bit differently.
Yeah.
I heard a couple of people talking about, pre-update, how they didn't think that the Root Riders would be good tank troops because they do go through walls, which means they just go straight to the next defense, which does mean sometimes they'll run straight head on into the monolith or scatter shots or whatever. And I got to tell you, the smash attack I use, where I use 8 of them, but with those healers behind, and those healers very commonly target the Root Riders because they're such high HP troops.
Mm-hmm.
They're great tanks. They are great tanks out in front of your heroes and your super archers. They're 8,000 hit points at max level. That is a tremendous amount of tanking ability. If you can path them correctly, which is one of the keys that I'm figuring out. When that attack doesn't work for me, it's when I haven't done a good job of setting up pathing. But if you can path them, well, if you can give them just a little bit of a funnel, it's different too because we're not used to having troops that can just go through any wall. So your pathing isn't necessarily by compartment, it's by defensive structure because they're going to go to the next structure not giving a shit about where the walls are, right? So as you're setting up your path, it's not about, I got to have access into this compartment. You don't have to have access into dick. All you have to do is be able to see after this defense, which is the next one they're going to go to, and however they get there, the straight line to the next one, that's going to become your path because the walls are all going to be open on their way there. It doesn't even matter if there's an open wall nearby. They're still running right over the wall because they don't need them. They don't care about them. So it changes your pathing, and honestly, to me, it makes it so much easier to figure out where they're going to go. You don't have to worry about them getting caught weirdly on the backside of a wall, and are they going to walk around, or are they going to go through it, or are they going to try to shoot through it? Like, the Root Rider's just going straight, and they're not going to get stuck on a wall. They're going right over it. So,
okay. I think. Sorry, go ahead.
I think it's just different, but it's easier to path, and I think they're tremendous tanking troops.
I just don't like the name. Like, again, it's on a root, but a Root Rider. Like, even today during my stream, when everyone was using a Root Rider, I was like, "Oh, the Ram Rider." I was like, "Oh, wait, Root Rider," because it's basically the same design, just on a different thing, riding something. It's like a chick riding something.
I mean, a ram and a root are much different.
Yeah, but it's a Ram Rider, Root Rider. For me, in my mind, it's like, oh, Ram. Oh, nope, it's not. The one thing I do like the Root Rider. It's awesome. Like, it's so fucking tanky. It's OP. I just don't like. They could have done a little more on the animation when it hits a base. It's a root. Have it like when it hits a base. Show like some brown roots going around it. Come on, that's an easy thing to add. Just
so I will say this. I do think true to the theme of the Town Hall level, at Town Hall 15 with the magic theme, you had a tanky E-Titan, but who has like damage dealing aura too.
Exactly.
She matched the Town Hall theme. Even the Apprentice Warden, magic dealing, like they both fit their Town Hall's theme very well. The Root Rider, for a nature built theme, is very much on brand for the rest of the Town Hall. So I get it. It feels a little weird. But if you think about it, we've all seen the like cartoons or the different places where like the roots are growing, the vines are growing all over the place, and it overtakes stuff. Like I'm sure you've seen your share of anime porn that has that in it too, Adams, where you got the tentacles growing ever.
No,
you haven't.
I don't watch anime porn. What the fuck?
You liar! You absolute liar!
I watched one years ago, okay, and I was not into it. Okay, and it had nothing.
Anyway, you're scrolling through those sites and you see previews for anything. Anyway, the theme, like the nature, like the theme behind the roots, like I think that fits. I know it kind of looks weird because we're not used to things just kind of rumbling through the ground like that. But I remind you, the miners just magically dig underground everywhere at an amazing pace like that. It's actually not uncommon in the Clash world for stuff to be underground and moving like that. So I don't think this Root Rider thing is too far fetched. I like the fact that it's it's a big piece of wood that she's riding on, right?
Well,
I like
root
to
is not
see
wood. So
do what?
I said it's a root, so it's like a live thing. It's not wood.
No, it's a like a wooden root, like it's a tree root,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Especially
But
like the brown one. It's
okay,
a brown root, like it's part of a tree, right? It's
maybe
wood. It's
I'm a
wood.
dumbass.
It's moving, right? But
Yeah,
sometimes when wood gets really excited, it'll move a little bit. So
I get it.
it's that's what she's riding out there, and I think that's right in line with the theme. I think that I thought this during the previews. I think it even more now that I get to play it and see it up close. The theme that they did for this,
Mhm.
even though like there's more of a collection of colors because it's got
Yeah,
red and green and
and
yellow
gold.
and some white,
Yeah.
right? So it's kind of mixed up. I think it looks really good, and like the merged defenses, those new ones look really
Oh,
cool.
facts, dude.
I think the whole nature theme in general, I think looks really good in the Clash world.
Mhm.
And so with all that moving in the same direction, like Root Rider, look how she acts. Like I'm a fan.
So so this just came in my head. So obviously this is the first update for 16. One troop. So you think in like 6 months' time, maybe we're gonna get another nature troop?
Yeah, I think at some point in time during the lifespan of this town hall, we'll get a Dark Elixir troop that will have again some kind of nature theme. It'll be something either
Rain.
woodsy or flowery or
Ooh.
something like that. Like that's it'll be something themed. I think even loosely with the town hall theme. That's what we got at town hall 15. I'm trying to
Mhm.
remember what were the town hall 14
Ooh.
was Dragon Riders
Yep.
and
Trying to think now.
Headhunters.
Yeah, Headhunters came at 14. Yes.
Was it 14? I
I
can
think so.
check. Like I can log in game and check and
Yeah, you
see.
can check. Our fiddle will tell us in chat. I believe you're right. But also 15, we didn't get we only had the E-Titan as a new troop.
No, we got the Apprentice
Oh,
Warden.
yeah, so yeah, we had 2. Yeah, that's right. So I
It's easy to forget the Apprentice Warden
yeah,
because
because I never use them.
not everyone uses. Yeah, we got Dragon Riders, Town Hall 14, and Headhunters.
Yeah. So,
Or was no Headhunter was Town Hall 13, I
no,
believe.
it was 14, but they allowed it at 13, I think. I don't fucking remember. Fatal, fact check us.
I
We're
think
still in
because
chat.
we got Yetis at Town Hall 13. I think we got Headhunters the second half of Town Hall 13, and then the only new troop we got at Town Hall 14 was the Dragon Riders.
Really? I feel like we I feel like we got the Headhunter at 14. I couldn't be mistaken. Fatal, where you at? Fact check us. Come on. Um, I don't know. I'm hoping for a new troop because like I do like the nature theme. I hope for like you said, like maybe a new troop that like kind of like the witch that spawns like trees that walk or like a tree walker. Um, can I take this question that in chat?
No,
Okay. I feel like like kind of like Lord of the Rings where they had the tree walk the like a like a the
the
tree
Ents.
yeah the trees that walked. That'd be sick. Like a tree that like throws like something like stones, kind of like a boulder, but it's like a big tree that has a lot of HP. Maybe it's not gonna be like a spam attack because it maybe has like 25 housing spaces. But like I feel like it'd be like a big tree, with a good beard, going ham. You use like 2 of them to start the funnel, big tanking for like a warden walk or something.
I mean, there's
And
a lot they can do with it with a
yeah,
tree-styled troop.
or even they
You
could do
know,
like a they could do a like you said flower troop, a big flower, like a big dandelion going ham.
it's something.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. All right. You ready for the next little oh, gonna talk about my build? stream last night or no?
No.
Okay. Other podcast news. Our homie Ghost Knight is starting his podcast.
He's only been talking about it for
Yeah.
forever.
So, by the way, he's going with the name I gave him, which is OP, my heart. Hopefully to be a guest on that when he starts it up. He's going with Clash with the Homies.
Clash with the Homies.
Clash with the Homies, yes. And
so is he gonna be hosting it by himself?
He's looking for a co-host right now, so he did put a message out to those in C2J. So everyone in C2J, hit up Ghost Knight. Come on, talk with him.
Who would be a good co-host for him, Adams?
Knob would. Knob would be a good one.
Knob? Knob doesn't want to host a podcast.
Well, co-host. You know, Ghost would do everything.
Knob doesn't want to co-host a podcast. You realize how long Knob has been a fan of podcasts? Like, that's what he is. He's the fanboy.
I think Knob would be an interesting guest, at least.
No, I agree. I think he'd be great. I just don't think he wants to.
Let's see. Anyone else? Nah, Steve. Nah, you're trash.
What do you mean? Steve would be great on a podcast.
Nah,
he would just take the opposite stance of no matter what Ghost said. Yeah. He'd be the ultimate contrarian.
I don't see him and Steve clashing like together. Like me and you make a good co-host host dynamic. Like you're the host, I'm the co-host. Good combination. Them two would be like, we're like this. Sometimes we're like this, but majority we're like this. I don't know. But I'm excited for him to start it off. I will update you guys more if Big B allows me. I don't think he has a problem with that, but I'm excited.
Maybe someone out there is listening to this and thinking, hey, I'd really like to break into the Clash podcasting business. I've listened to these idiots on the Clashuals talk, and I could do that. That's not that hard. And if you're someone out there thinking that right now, you're probably right. You probably could do it just as good, if not better than we do it. But we don't think you're man enough to try it, or we don't think you're woman enough to try it. For someone out there, someone else out there, I don't know. We don't think you're bold enough to try it. I think whoever's out there thinking that right now, like I could be a really good Clash podcast host, and you haven't done it yet, you're a coward. You're a coward, and Ghost Knight is sitting here willing to co-host it with you, and he'll do most of the work.
Yeah.
And you're too cowardly to go join him.
Exactly. If you guys want,
you need to grow a pair. If you're a guy, that's a pair of balls. If it's someone else, grow a pair of something else. And you need to DM Ghost Knight and start your own Clash podcast.
I did offer to make him an intro, by the way, for free. There's another thing we got to bring up, by the way, that we talked about last episode. Do you remember?
No.
Roast me in the YouTube comments and you get a gold pass.
Oh yeah. So were there any more? Let me go.
Yeah, go check. I can check too, but I don't.
You can check too, but don't.
Okay, I won't.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go see what the because I know when I checked last week, we were talking about it one night.
Yeah.
I think we had comments in there from Catfish, and we had a reply to one from Rick, which was good. We had Wizard of Woo in there. We had Dandy Dan, who had commented on there. Those are still the only replies in there. Catfish wrote a lot.
Yes,
he's trying really hard to win this competition.
I still got to give the OG his gold pass. I forgot.
Yes, OG did win the live chant roasting last time. But let me just read some of what Catfish is.
Let's go.
His attempts at winning this. One of his responses last week was, I know we were supposed to be roasting CF9, but I have to admit, I've been extremely impressed by him. His bravery and confidence are unmatched by anyone else. Some might say he just has delusions of mediocrity, but I say those people just don't see the true genius it takes to pretend to be so bad at Clash just for the lulz. Well played, CF9. Well played indeed.
That's a goddamn lie.
Now, is that a roast or was that a heartfelt comment?
I feel like it's both, kind of. Like I don't feel like it's kind of a roast, but it's kind of a hopeful comment. What do you think?
I think it's 100% sarcasm.
Yeah. Oh, obviously. That's
He also wrote in one of his other comments, CF9 told me how much he spent today on the Town Hall 16 update. It looks like he put a lot of that money to good use. Several runes, lots of books. Most of that made some good progress on his base. I am curious how much he spent on those phone books, though. He does appear to be sitting a little taller than normal, so he put those books to good use too. And of course, taking a
That's a
shot
good
at the
one.
fact that you're only 5'3".
5'4", but yeah,
You're 5'3".
I'm 5'4".
People who are 5'3" commonly say they're 5'4".
No, I have been to the army
You're 5'3".
thing. I'm 5'4".
The army also wants you to think you're taller. You're 5'3".
Okay. I'm 5'3" apparently now.
And Rick's comment, his only comment was actually in response to the last one from Catfish, where he said the only way he knows how to use books, which again is a shot against your illiteracy.
Yeah.
And he not a very long statement, but very very much
Pretty
to the
good.
point. Very much to the point.
But he's also going off what Catfish said. So
Catfish also took a shot at you with CF9 is the kind of dude who unironically eats his pizza crust first. And I'm not talking some stuffed crust artisan pie. I'm talking middle school lunch lady Friday afternoon cardboard that they called pizza. Which, if you remember, the square-shaped pizza didn't even have a crust.
True. And it was trash.
It's all right.
It was okay. Get some hot sauce and Parmesan. Yeah, it'd be good. But anyway.
And then his last entry into the roasting competition. Can we just talk about the expert trolling that both CF9 and Big B did on this episode? He's including me in this.
Oh.
Early on, Big B mentioned that he knew somebody would leave a comment about CF9's podcast editing skills and how unfunny it would be. Then somebody, in quotes, left 5 minutes and 14 seconds of dead air at the end of the released version of the podcast. You know that means somebody is going to make that comment, but you preempted that comment in this episode. This is some S-tier trolling if I've ever heard any.
The fact that he knows the time limit is he's a fucking nerd. If that's true.
Adams, be honest.
What's up?
Before I just read that comment to you, which I get it, that's his longest one, so I can get where you just looking at it, you're like, I'm not going to read all that. It's too long.
Yeah.
But before I just read that to you, did you know that there was 5 minutes and 14 seconds of dead air at the end of our recording?
No. Also, in fact, I was drunk as fuck when I was editing that. Just to match our audio, I had to zoom in to the max it would let me zoom in to match our audio. And I went to the end until it said, all right, we're going to end it. And I remember cutting it out.
So
was there 5 minutes?
So much for expert level.
Hey,
trolling.
I don't think that's a goddamn lie, because I know for a fact when I was drunk, I still went back to the end to make sure, right when I said, all right, we're done, or something, the ending thing I usually say, I edited it, I cut out the video and our audio and deleted it and posted it. So that's a goddamn lie. There's no way, unless when I went to the bathroom, which I know wasn't 5 fucking minutes and 14 seconds.
No, because I was timing you.
Yeah. So.
All right. The other comments submitted, I'm just going to jump to him. Our buddy Dandy Dan from the Rusty Nuts commented. He actually just re-spoke one of your awesome terms from last episode. The inebriated, like not inebriated, the inebriated comment. So that's pretty good roast. Him calling that one back, and then also spelling it how you said it, inebriated.
He sent me a meme.
Very, very neighborly.
So he sent me a meme of Mr. Rogers holding like an alcohol, like a bottle, basically. There was a bin that said alcohol and it spelt that same. And I was on the floor laughing just from that meme. It was so good. like he sent me that. I was like, that is fucking awesome.
When Mr. Rogers invites you to be his neighbor, afterwards you can say that you've been inebriated.
Hey, it's good. I like that. The
And
one
then
you said went over my head.
And then the last comment, which I saved for last only because I got to explain this one to you, is that CF9 eats his corn the long way.
Yeah, until I didn't understand what that meant until you told me. But it's basically you put the whole thing like you're sucking a cock and yeah,
I mean,
if I could
which
eat corn that
which
way without
I
my
mean,
gag reflex, then it'd be OP. But no,
wishful thinking, right?
that'd be the better way to eat the cob of corn. Just
All right, so we've got any one of 1, 2, 3 long catfish comments or attempts at the I'm sorry, 4 comments that he made at roasting. We've got Congressman Cool Rick giving you the jab that the only way that you know how to use books is to sit on them. Dandy Dan highlighting the inebriated comment, also following it up with the DM with the pictures.
I like that. Yeah,
And then Wizard of Woo, taking a jab at how you eat corn, which is actually an accurate statement.
I think catfish only gets 1 entry. You can't conclude all 4 because I know
he
he did
can't
4.
compete all of them.
Well, it's up to you. You're the judge. We said you. Remember, I said you. We can. We're gonna be the judge together. So some of them were good. I know I didn't leave 5 minutes of dead air, so you can suck a dick.
You know you didn't?
I know I didn't.
You're sure?
I'm not sure, but I know I didn't.
Have you gone back and listened to the episode?
No, I don't want to. I was drunk as fuck when I edited that, so it could happen, but I know I didn't. Okay, I made sure. Wait, the intro and GBCC said I left out the intro song. I did not. It's on a different track. Fuck off.
Listen, as much as I appreciate them making fun of you not being able to read and only using books to make yourself taller because you're super short and you mispronouncing words like inebriated and liking to eat your corn like you give fellatio. As much as I enjoy all of those, I think the sheer fact
Bubba.
that the underlying sarcasm in the compliment Catfish gave us for the long game troll about editing and just the simple fact that he's so spot on, you don't even know if you actually left the 5 minutes and 14 seconds of dead air at the end or not, is so incredibly spot brand on.
Did it actually leave that long a time of dead air?
That one, the fact that you still don't know, that's why that comment wins. That's why that comment wins.
Fuck. All right, Catfish. I know you're not watching because you're busy with family, but you win it all.
Catfish has read you like a book.
So
he understands the CF9 psychology so well.
Bro, I have to read.
He got you.
He did.
He got you.
I know I left the intro music in. I'm not sure about the 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure it didn't leave 5 minutes, but congratulations. No, I still OG a gold pass, and now I owe Catfish a gold pass. You guys will get them if I remember it. You guys got to remember this shit or remind me of this shit. But regardless of that, good job, guys. Let's get some better. I'm gonna do another challenge. The best roast of this YouTube. I want only 1 comment from each person. 1 comment. The best roast against me. It'd be about my drinking problem. Yes, I'm an alcoholic. I love drinking. I will never quit. Anyway, the best roast against me. Big B's the only judge. We'll talk about it next podcast. Gets 100 gym pack.
A 100 gym pack, huh?
The best. The one that makes you laugh your ass off gets $100 gym pack. The best. I'm talking about
$100 gym
yes,
pack.
the $100 gym. The OP
I thought you were
gym
supposed to be saving money.
Yeah, fuck saving money. That's for January. That's for the New Year resolution.
Hey, speaking of which, you sound like you're trying to wrap up this episode. You haven't.
I'm not.
You haven't mentioned either of my topics.
I know. I'm not wrapping it up. I'm just saying because I want it here, not at the end where I might edit it out. So You guys on YouTube, even on Twitch, watching it, go to the YouTube when this is posted. It'll be posted later tonight. The best roasted comment, we'll talk about it next week. That's voted by Big B. He's the only judge, unless he wants me to be a part of it. Will win
Nope. I'll
the
decide.
big
I'll
gym
decide who
pack.
wins your money, not
The
you.
gym big pack. If I can figure out how to donate that to someone, I will. Or I'll just give you the money and you can buy it. Use that money, whatever. You get $100. The best hating on me next week.
Then you can upgrade your base like ours.
Yeah. There you go. All right. To the fun facts. You want to read these off since you came up with it?
I would, except for I don't have them pulled up in front of me.
Okay, I got you.
So,
all right. So, fun facts for Clash topics. Let me hit the back button because it's gonna
fun
annoy me.
facts for Clash topics.
Fun facts. Funny facts. Navi cheated in CWL, baby. So
did you hear about this, Adams, or did me?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did. So I saw the screenshots of the DMs. Someone in Navi, I don't know if it's a co-leader or.
Well, okay. So let me explain it.
Yes, go ahead.
So that you don't. There's plenty of shade to be thrown here. I don't want you to inadvertently throw salt in wounds that don't need to be cut. All right. So let's make sure we're clear on what happened here, because Lord knows if we misspeak anywhere here, Fatal will correct us. So
only Fatal,
for CW, well, I want people who don't know. I want them to know honestly what happened, because I want them to understand my take on it as well. So the players from Navi, formerly Queen Walkers, the guys who finished 4th in Worlds this year, won Worlds the year before, finished second the year before that, those guys who are some of the best clashers in the world, every month CWL, someone pays them to come in and play with their clan for CWL. And they make money off doing it. And they're so good, why wouldn't you, right? If you want your clan to be on top of the leaderboard, you can go out and mercenary pay for the best skilled players to come in for your CWL and play for you.
Yep.
So last month, this clan called Pierre Cardin, which I'm not sure what's named. That's actually it's a designer label. They do clothing and cologne and stuff like that. It's a weird name for a clan, but this really rich guy owns that clan, wants his clan number 1 on the leaderboard, so he is paying Klaus and he's paying Gaku to play in his clan for CWL. Well, during CWL, he's also sending DMs on Discord to players who play for the clans that they are going up against in CWL. And in these DMs, he is offering them money to both either A, change their base to this layout that's got all the traps on the outside and is a super easy base to triple, or B, take pictures of all of their bases for CWL and send them to him so that his team can see where all their traps are, where the tornado, where everything is. It's basically the biggest pay cheating thing you can do in CWL, other than just convincing the other team not to attack you at all. So one of the guys that he's trying to cheat, or he's DMing about this, is this guy on Twitter, Mortar Supporter. Mortar Supporter's he's played competitively for a long time. He's been around forever. And he don't pull any punches on anything either. He says it like it is. So he is posting these pictures man, did anyone realize that the clans that Gaku and Klaus are playing in this month are clearly trying to cheat their way to the top of the leaderboard for Champs 1? Which, and make no mistake about it, is it against competitive play? Yes, absolutely, right? That's not in the true spirit of the game. But also, those clans that finish 1, 2, 3, isn't there some reward for finishing at the top of CWL? Or am I thinking of just trophy pushing at the end of the month? There's some benefit to being up there, but this guy's paying all this money to be up there as well. And then, if you didn't think that was bad enough, there's another account that showed up on Twitter, actually just before this. If you go on Twitter, it's at cheating_COC. Cheating at or I'm sorry, at cheating_COC. And it is all posts about another clan that was doing something very similar. In fact, it posts videos
Oh.
taken from some of the clans who accepted the money to tank, showing where every base they ran for CW, all 15, are the exact same layout, and in every one of them, there are empty compartments on their map that when you look at it from their clan, you see all of their traps are inside that compartment. So it's basically telling the attacker, don't send anything over there. That's where all of my,
Wow.
all my spring traps are. Or all of the air mines, all of the seeking air mines and the air bombs are off in the corner too, right? So
Yeah.
it's completely throwing the base to try to make it advantageous for the other one. So in that clan, in that second clan that was also put on blast, that's actually where Stars played his CWL.
What?
So of the 4 Japanese members of Navi who have been like some of the mainstay players, 3 of them were in CWLs last month where they were openly, very blatantly cheating to get to the top of the leaderboard.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow. I didn't know
that
that.
happened. The evidence is overwhelming. It clearly happened.
Yeah.
The discussion topics here are on a couple different levels. One, there are some very mindless sheep out there who insist that because the leaders of those clans are the ones organizing those payments, and for their clan to do that, that the Navi players themselves are innocent because they had no idea that cheating was going on.
No.
Which I say,
Bullshit.
yeah, for 2 reasons. For 2 reasons, that's bullshit. Okay,
Yeah.
one, I don't care how mindless you are in CWL. If you're going and looking through bases to try to find one to hit, and every one of them is the same layout,
Right.
how do you not know that's what's going on?
Exactly. Yeah.
Second, in those DMs, they're offering to pay for pictures of all 15 bases. Why is he trying to obtain pictures of all 15 layouts if they're not planning on giving all 15 pictures to their attackers to use to plan their hits?
Right. Yeah.
So for those out there who may be under the impression like, oh, well, I mean, the leader of the clan did this. Navi had no idea that they were going to be involved in cheating.
No, they did.
Bull fucking shit, they didn't. They
Those are-
absolutely knew that cheating was going on. And the only counter to that I think means anything is, for the most part, it's CWL, and who cares? There used to be a time when CWL was what you had to do to qualify for the world tournament, which was a dumb way to do it back when they did it. But other than that, there's no real great benefit of finishing high in CWL. So does it really matter? There's some people out there who they discount the fact that it's happening on the idea that, oh, well, this always happens in Champs 1. I'm sorry. The fact that it always happens, does that diminish the fact that it's still cheating? That it's still blatantly against terms of service to do? And listen, I'm not out here saying, oh, you need to ban all those guys, right? You need to ban every one of them from ever playing again. I don't want to see those guys never playing again. I think it's absolutely stupid that guys that are that good at the game would why do they even need to get involved in cheating? Like, I get it, they want to make money off doing CWL, but at the risk of getting caught in some cheating scandal? Like, no better. From what I can tell, everyone knows that the guys that own these clans always cheat at CWL.
Yeah.
Okay, if you know that, I get it. You're going to make an extra $50, extra $100. Is that worth losing your account?
No.
Don't think so.
The funny thing is too, like I don't remember the exact price, but I saw the DM, and I remember replying to it, like the screenshot of the DM. I was like, "That's a low price to give out every picture of every base, like all 15 bases." I think it was like what, 70. I don't think it was even $70. I don't know the exact price. It was
I
a
don't
while
remember the
ago.
exact price either, but it
Yeah.
was like $80 or $100. Like, it
Yeah,
was.
it's like
I think he countered him and said, "Hey, I need $100 for something. Can you do 100?" And the guy was like, "Yeah."
yeah, like if I was in that position, like say that happens, like C2J is in Champs 1, right? And someone DM'd me and said, "I'll give you $100 if you send me screenshots of 15 bases." Like, first of all, go fuck yourself, you cheapskate. You're good at the game. Fuck off. I will never do that. I'll never destroy my fucking plan just to make $100. You need to up that price, okay? I'm if it's $1,000,
You're saying you're okay with cheating as long as the money's there, right?
honestly, I misspoken. If some it had to be like a high amount. If someone said 10 grand, then
So you're still okay with cheating if the money's right?
I mean, dude, if I'm making 10 grand, then fuck yeah, I'm gonna send all screenshots. But
You're okay with cheating for 10 grand?
no one's gonna offer me 10 grand. But it's bullshit. I will never actually do that. That's hypothetical. No one's gonna do that to me because everyone knows I'm a shit attacker. But it's kind of low for them to like, I'll give you $80 or $70 to send screenshots of all 15 bases. Like, dude, you're either really hurting for money or you don't give a fuck about your friends or your clan to do that. Like $70 just to go up to champs 1. Come on, us and C2J did it against
Listen,
the good guys.
I get it that there's people out there that have enough money that want to do that, and for whatever reason they feel like having their name at the top of the leaderboard is important enough to pay that. I get it, and there are people out there that have so much money that like doing stuff like that. You know, why wouldn't you? Right? You had the money too. Why wouldn't you do it? Like I get all that, but the guy who's trying to buy it, right? The guy who's got to. So paying money to have someone come play on your team is not cheating, right?
Yeah.
If you want to collect the best players in the world and pay them to come play in your clan for CWL, that's not cheating. That's fine.
Yeah.
But having the other team like throw their base or send pictures of their bases, that blatantly is cheating. And I'm sorry, if you're going to pay all this money to win, why don't you just have Clash Champs, RPG, Navi guys as your entire lineup, the tribe guys as your lineup, right? And just have the best players at every position in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
If it's so important to you, right? If you're paying all this money anyway.
Yeah, it makes no sense to
and just do it legitimately. Okay?
Yeah, and especially like going to
Is it because you can't risk like not finishing there? Because I looked today and one of those clans, the clan that finished first, all of a sudden they're a Champs 3 clan now. So I guess Supercell took some action and demoted the clan to Champs 3 because it's clear they cheated. But I don't know that they're taking any action against the people or the players.
They should.
But I mean, here's the deal. Like that person who paid it will just rinse, repeat, try it again next month. Right? They'll have a list of a couple of people that, all right, can't DM them about cheating because they're going to find out and tell everyone. But it doesn't change the fact that it's happening. And like I said, do the players like all need to be banned? No. But the whole process, the fact is, if you accept money to go play in someone's clan, then you got to live with the consequences. Quite frankly, if you're a competitive player, if you're a world-renowned competitive player, if you're someone who's been in the world championship multiple years in a row, if you go in that clan and then you find out cheating's going on, you need to be the one blowing the whistle to Supercell instead of letting it come out on Twitter and then all of a sudden you look complicit in it. Everyone who's sitting here and doing nothing, saying nothing, that knows about it, I'm sorry. I've heard all the excuses on, but it happens all the time. And then fucking make it right. Would someone out here in competitive Clash grow a fucking conscience for once?
Facts.
Is it so much to ask for someone out there to realize that the rules are in place for a reason? The rules are in place to have true competition, and everything that skirts that is not the game. It's not what we're doing here. And I get it. Money is the root of all evil, right? Money is gonna make people do things they wouldn't do otherwise. But I'm sorry, there's more to earn in the long run on having a healthy account that you can keep going into competitions, keep going to worlds, and winning those big prizes. There's more to earn there than there is for an extra $100 a month doing CWL.
Yeah,
with scam artists,
exactly.
There is. Make a good fucking business decision and stop hiding behind that. Everyone does it. That's not a good fucking excuse.
Exactly. And the honest truth is like, if you're that hell bent on getting the first place in Champs 1 or whatever champs you are, Just get good players. That's all it takes. Or not even that. Like, sorry to bring this up, but C2J, but the good guys were in Champs 1. We had no pro players. We just got lucky. It was like we were in second, they were in first. Whoever won promoted. Whoever lost demoted. We didn't
Did you
fucking.
say C2J had no pro players?
We didn't. We had Fatal.
You had Soham. He's a pro player.
We didn't pay him though.
You had Sora. He's a pro player.
We didn't pay him.
It didn't matter. You had him.
Yeah, but we're not going over the
Bullshit
other.
Me saying you didn't have pro players. You had at least 5 guys in there that play competitively.
I mean, I play competitively. Am I a pro player?
No, but I mean like are good and play competitively. That have played on teams that have like won or advanced in tournaments. That not the guys that just earned participation
But
trophies.
we didn't pay the other clan to get screenshots. Is what I'm saying. We won.
Okay, but your point was you didn't have pro players. You absolutely did.
Okay, that's not on me. Just saying. Anyway,
be accurate in what you're saying.
Yeah,
you had pro players.
We did. We had pro players, even though they were trash. Anyway, calling them out.
They were trash.
They were.
They carried you through the fucking CWL.
They did not.
Oh my god!
2-star champ.
We had the bot. We had the bot loaded in Steve's server so that we could track it day by day. Like Fatal was up there, Soham, Sora, they were all up there. Like your best star gainers for the whole week. They were all your pro players, dude.
I'm not in charge with the logistics of CWL.
I'm not saying you're in charge, but
Bro,
don't pretend like the pros aren't the reason that you got all those stars. They earned more stars than your other accounts did. All right, it's not a shot at you guys, but that's what happened. So be accurate.
I can't wait till next CWL to talk about it. It's a mind-blowing thing that they would offer such little money. I know it's cheating, but someone's gonna go for $70, so you send 15 screenshots of your bases. Like $70, I think it was, if I remember right, was crap. Like, bro, for you to turn on your clan for $70, you'd either need some food or some gas or a subscription to your best porno site, whatever the fuck your thing is. To fuck over your friends in your clan is bullshit. Fuck the cheaters.
Well, but listen, right? So taking the pictures, yeah. The clan that went out there and changed all their bases, like I'm assuming that everyone got paid something to do that. Otherwise, how do you get all 15 of them to do it?
Yeah, with the clan that changed all their bases, I think Supercell needs to make it so they can't do ban them from CWL for 3 months. So you don't do wars, or maybe not even wars. Ban them from wars or
just ban those accounts.
Ban them all. Fuck it. If you're in a league or a clan that's willing to change all their bases for little money, or for cheating, just so this clan can be better in this thing in CWL, go fuck yourself. You might.
I guess that's one way to deter it. Instead, if you can't feel confident in punishing all the players that are attacking the same base, 15 bases the same, then punish the 15 accounts that all ran the same base
on both
for CWL with all the traps in the corner.
Yeah, and both clans. One clan has pro, maybe they pay the pros to be in there, and ban them both for not doing CWL for 3 months. There you go. That's what you get.
Here's the big question is, when it comes down to it, right? If this were some of your just normal overspenders in the game, no name, right? Like if it's just them doing it, do you think Supercell has any problem handing down a bunch of bans to them? No, absolutely not. I think they did that to the Matabas several times, like when they felt like they needed to, or they had them dead to rights. Will they ever do that to the main accounts for Stars and Gaku and Klaus? No.
Nope. But and more money grabbing accounts.
Yeah. But why not? Why not? Do we have integrity with the game, or do we not? Or are we truly money making? And listen, just give me the set of rules and let us all play the same way. If it turns out that those players from Queen Walkers are too important to the overall status of the game for Supercell to want to take any action on them, then they're saying, we've got these rules, but they're more like guidelines, and for enough money, anything goes. And if that's how we want to play it, cool. Just let everyone have the same level playing field. No more bans. Just whoever can pay the most can have their stupid name on top of the leaderboard for CWL at the end of each month. And those guys can go make a load of money doing it, and we don't have to have any rules around it. Let's just be honest with it about that. But if we are going to have rules, then they need to apply to everyone. Exactly. And it doesn't matter if you're the no-name guy with all the money, with all the oil money behind here pumping the money, or you're the guy out there with the account who's the actual CWL player. If you break the rules, you need to be done, or you need to have the same consequence. It needs to go around to everyone.
Yeah, I think.
But we can't be wishy-washy about it. You can't make different rules for different players. You just can't.
So I think you can't. If you're going to punish the person that did it, you should punish the clan, is what I'm saying. Because you know for a fact the person.
Here's the deal: you can't punish the clan because those guys outside of CWL, they don't play in that clan. They don't give a shit about it. They're only in it. They're only in it for the 7 days for CWL, and then they're gone. They're never in it again.
That's what I'm saying.
Then they're on to whatever clan is paying them to go in there for trophy pushing.
That's what I'm saying. You punish the whoever offered, like it's a leader or co-leader, whatever. You punish the clan. They're gonna lose people because maybe a lot of them didn't know they were cheating. Maybe they're only sending it to the high hit rate people, right? Banish the clan for doing CWL.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You're missing the point. Punishing the clan doesn't do shit because they will just go to the next clan next month and do the exact same thing.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So
the guys with the deep pockets, you know what happens when you ban their Champs 1? They buy another clan in Champs 1, they rename it the same thing as the last one, give the same clan description, and then invite the same players, rinse, repeat, do it again next month. And do shit for them.
I apologize. Ban them all.
You got to hit the player accounts. That's the only way to stop it.
Yeah. Okay. My bad. Fatal comes in. All right. Was you ready to go to the next funny fact?
I guess. Although I didn't pay as close attention. I didn't pay as close attention to this one, but it's kind of sad to talk about. It's our one of our beloved esports teams, and RPG is breaking up.
Knob Steam's breaking up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes and no. Knob is an old MCES fan, so he loves Tryhard, right? He loves the French players, and Tryhard and Kingsman are teaming up with who is it? It's Temper. Is that how you pronounce it? Temper. I don't know how you say it.
Temper, but
is that it?
So.
And one of the other RPG guys, and of course they're RPG, who last year lost one of their big players. Who was it? Was it Philip that went and played for Strut? Left that team. So they were a world qualifier. They made a deep run. They were kind of an unsung hero last year. Then this year, made it again, finished second. So they're a really good team. That team was replacing another good player. And so they lost 2 more players on guys who want to go team up with the old Frenchies. It's Temper and Mech. Those are the two. And so poor General X, who has been left behind here, he's just like, oh, I've done nothing but, get to the world stage and way deep in the tournament, finishing second this year. What do I know, right? But he's pissed at the Frenchies, at Kingsman for coming in and swooping in and stealing their players to make this new team. So there was all this drama on the competitive Clash network about it, which is, always fun. I mean,
when isn't there drama on the competitive Clash network? There's I see the DMs almost daily from Fatal. Oh, there's shit talking. There's drama going in the there's always drama in that. It's like, why is that even a thing? Y'all.
What do you mean? The competitive Clash network?
Game? No, I'm saying drama. Y'all playing a Clash of Clans game. It's a mobile game. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, and shit talking to each other. Grow the fuck up. If you're not gonna if you can't take shit talking, get the fuck out. You need to go back in the old days in Modern Warfare, Call of Duty game chat where shit talking was prime. If you get your feelings hurt and you can't talk back, fucking grow the fuck up. You know what? I wish someone in the competitive Clash network talk shit about me, because I'll stand my ground repeatedly over all the bullshit. Don't give a fuck, and I will take it all. I'll fucking talk shit about everything. I'll bring up mamas. I'll bring up your daddy. I'll bring up how you got molested by your uncle. Don't give a fuck. Shit talking has gone downhill, and I'm about to bring the shit back. Let's go, competitive Clash network, whatever the fuck the CC, whatever that fucking Discord is. Let's go, pussy bitches. Is what I'm saying.
Adams, that coming from you, who I have seen get more tilted when people have tried to call you sweaty over the years, is pretty rich. It's pretty rich. It's pretty rich how you're calling them out for being Charmin soft when I've seen you get triggered so easily by people calling you sweaty. I fucking hate it when they call me sweaty. Like I'm not like.
Okay, but
okay, listen.
Was I drunk?
Here's the deal. There's shit talking to the point of like being agitated. Like I get that. The thing that everyone's missing in this deal, which has happened with a lot of the real good juicy drama in the competitive Clash network, is normally involving people switching teams, which it's ironic to me because next to Clash, it's like professional soccer, or what the rest of the world calls football, is like the number one talked about subject in that chat. And people switching teams for money happens all the time. But when it's your club or it's your favorite player, it's like, yeah, if the Saudis are going to play Ronaldo, so much money to go play there, he'd be foolish not to. Even though the competition isn't as good, no one really hates him for going and making a whole bunch of money. But all of a sudden, when that same thing happens in Clash, when someone's going to pay someone a little more to come over here and play with their team, guess what? Now everyone's got feelings about it because it's personal.
Well,
because now they're betraying us. They've walked out on us. This great partnership we've had for years. Dude, it happens all the time. I guess American players are just used to it because they switch teams like every 2 or 3 months. Like there's no U.S. good competitive team at any level in Clash that is together more than 5 or 6 months in totality, because it's like the free agent market. There's no contracts. There's no binding situations. I'm talking with this person. I'm more friends with this person. I'm gonna go play with them this month. That's just how it is. I think the rest of the world's just gotta understand that's the only way that Americans are ever going to get competitive in Clash of Clans is we've got to ruin the free agent market for the rest of the world. So in my opinion, this drama with RPG and with whatever Kingsman's new team's going to be called, Les Incompetents or whatever, those guys just have to understand this is deep cover from the North American teams to try to build dissension amongst the guys who have been kicking our ass for years. That's all it is.
True.
We've rubbed off on them finally.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Go USA.
You know what, Big B? We're going to start a NA team, and we're going to make it to Worlds next year.
No, we're not, because I'm not playing competitive Clash.
I will. Let's go. Competitive ClashFan9. Let's go. Just kidding. All right. We ran
If you do play competitively, I will pay for your gems to change your name before you go to Worlds to ClashFan8. Okay?
I will never change my name to ClashFan8. It's not
you never will?
Oh, I might. No, I won't. ClashFan8 is a lie. That's fatal, by the way. Anyway, we're done with the topics.
Wait, one last thing.
One last thing. Let's go. What you got?
I'd be remiss if I didn't say one last time. The whole reason I feel like that the RPG breakup happened, that everything ended so badly. It's so tough to tell just on the surface. Like, okay, is it just people going for the money? Is it the NA free agency influence?
True.
Is it true dissension amongst what used to be friends? What is it really? And when I'm really confused about what's going on in competitive Clash, there is always one underlying reason that I get back to every time. And in my history of watching competitive Clash of Clans, it's always been true. It's that at the core of every time there is something not happening, it is ultimately Chazmac and CMG's fault some way, shape, or form. I don't know how, but every time I just blame those guys for anything going wrong in competitive Clash, it ends up being right. So I'm going to say the fact that Chazmac sponsored RPG for part of the year and then screwed around by not paying him. Ultimately, they're probably the ones to blame in all this. I'm not sure how, but that just feels like the right thing to say here. And listen, I don't want to talk about competitive Clash at all without taking shots at those guys again. How dare they, once again, go on a podcast earlier this year talking about how important it was to treat players the right way, and that's why we wanted to have 3 teams, and we think we got 3 great teams, and we're going to treat them the right way. And we saw people paying esports clashers with keyboards in order to join the team, and that wasn't right, and we're going to do things the right way. And you're not even paying your players. Fuck off, Charlie Mack, you absolute hypocrite. So I don't know how, but I'm sure he's to blame for this one too. That's my last parting shot.
All right. So we're gonna end. I agree with you, by the way. Fuck those motherfuckers. That's all.
Thank you, Adams. Thank you, Adams, for having my back there.
They can eat a sack of shit.
Yeah.
Fatal, thank you for tagging me in it. I can't wait for the roast on me because I will fucking destroy all of them. Anyway, let's go. This is gonna be the end of the Clashuals podcast episode 14. Love y'all, and I appreciate y'all on stream. You guys watching on YouTube.
And hey, are we gonna do like a Christmas special next time?
I mean, we can.
We're a week before Christmas.
I'm down.
Christmas special.
I ain't got shit to do, bro.
A gingerbread cookie special. No, fuck.
We could do the Glug Glug Wars, bro, on Saturday.
I am working on Saturday, so that's not
Sunday,
gonna happen. I'm working on Sunday. That's not gonna happen.
We'll do a Christmas special after Christmas.
On Christmas Day.
Oh, on Christmas. Let's go. I'm down. We'll hit up on DMs.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll do a drunk Christmas.
Listen. We'll need feedback. Yeah. If there's anyone out there who would actually be around to watch a live Christmas Day stream, we have to have a good response from the audience. So if you're out there listening to this in Spotify or an Apple Podcast or on Google Podcast or iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts, and you're thinking, yeah, you know what? It would be kind of fun to listen to a live recording of this on Christmas Day, where instead of spending time with family, I'm going to be playing Clash and then sitting alone in my apartment eating Cheetos in a beanbag chair. If that's you right now, then we need the feedback. We need you to either join our Discord server and let us know, or we need you to comment on the YouTube video that's going to be posted at some point in time within the next 1 to 8 business days, given our track record. So if you want us to do a Christmas Day episode, I think we'll probably squeeze that in while the rest of the family's taking a nap or something. But we want to have feedback. If no one says they want it, then we'll do it after. We'll do it the day after Christmas or something like that.
If you want a complete shit show of CF9 being drunk as fuck during the stream or event,
Adams,
I know he doesn't want me to.
It's not fun for me when you can't even get a full sentence out.
Well,
I know it's fun for you. It's not fun for me.
About 4 drinks during the event, 4 or 5 drinks. 5 drinks maximum.
Okay.
5 drinks maximum of CF9 on that event. I think it'll be fun. And if you guys do join the Discord, maybe you get an opportunity to join us in voice.
Oh yeah.
Give us we'll ask you one question, or we'll ask you to tell us a joke. If it's not funny enough, you're out.
Tell us a joke.
Yeah, tell us a joke or do an impression. Give
Adams. Let's be honest. Like this off the cuff planning, like shooting from the hip, it's not your strong suit. If it happens, we'll get some actual structure and some planning around it.
And then we'll do a little announcement video or something.
For what?
I don't know. Anyway, we might do a Christmas. It's up to you guys. It's up to the fans.
What are we even doing anymore?
I don't know. It's up to the fans. It's up to you guys. Anyway, you ready to end this shit? Yeah. All right. Deuces, guys.
It's a wrap. Cut it. Pull the plug. That's it.
Deuces.